You're listening to an AppleVis podcast.
Hello all, and welcome to another episode of the AppleVis podcast. And in this one, I'm going to be demonstrating how to upgrade to beta versions of iOS or iPadOS directly from the Settings app. Before, what you had to do before the iOS 16.4 update was to go to beta.apple.com in Safari or whatever web browser you use and get a configuration profile. And this profile would allow you to get one of those beta versions of iPadOS or iOS. Now, what Apple has done is that they've integrated it directly into the Settings app. Now, of course, this still requires a network connection to actually get the updates, but now it's simply in the Settings app, which makes it a lot more convenient. In this case, I'm going to be using an iPhone 12, which runs iOS. If you have an iPad, it should be a similar process, but it's going to be the same concept. Now, a few things to keep in mind before you update to a beta version of iOS or iPadOS. If you're not seeing the option in Settings to actually install a beta version of iOS or iPadOS, then you probably need to get yourself enrolled in the Apple Beta Software Program. To do that, head over to beta.apple.com and click Sign Up. If you are a developer and you're looking to get the developer beta, instead of going to beta.apple.com, you go to developer.apple.com/programs, which will then allow you to click the Enroll button. And from there, you can use your Apple ID to sign in and enroll. Another thing to note is that if you're getting betas on your iPhone or your iPad, you need to be prepared for bugs or issues to occur. You also need to be prepared for the worst, which means you either should back up your data to iCloud or back it up to iTunes. Another suggestion is instead of installing it on your primary device, try installing it on a device that you don't use very often that is compatible with the beta update. This way, you're avoiding problems from popping up. With that being said, I'm going to open up the Settings app.
Settings.
All right, there's Settings. We're going to double tap on it.
Settings.
All right, now we're going to go to General.
General button.
There it is. Double tap on it.
About button.
Now we're going to go to Software Update.
Software update button. Automatic updates on button.
Now to the right of Automatic Updates, you will see an option that looks like this.
Beta updates. iOS 17 Developer Beta button.
Now in this little menu, if we double tap,
Off.
we have a list of options. Now, the first option is off, and what this does is it disables beta updates, which means the next update you receive will be a public update, not a beta update. Now, keep in mind that this doesn't actually get rid of the update you currently have. You're still going to have the update installed. When you click off, it's going to say that it's up to date until you receive a new update. So you're still going to keep the update that you have at that current point in time, even when you click the off button. For me, I've installed the iOS 17 developer beta, so when I flick to the right, you will see that it's selected.
Selected. iOS 17 Developer Beta.
And then to the right of that,
Receive beta updates on this iPhone to test drive pre-release versions of iOS and provide feedback to help make Apple software even better. Learn more. Link.
we get a little description of what this menu is. Now, to the right, you can also see the Apple ID that is associated with it.
Apple ID.
And I'm not going to read out my Apple ID for privacy's sake, but you could basically click on this and bring up a window.
Selected. Alert. Apple ID for beta updates.
And then in this little dialog, you have a few options.
Use a different Apple ID button.
You can use a different one.
Cancel button.
Or just cancel. And that is pretty much it. I hope that this is helpful and beneficial to you all. And with that being said, I'll see you all later.
This AppleVis podcast has been brought to you by the community of applevis.com for the latest in resources and tips and tricks to get you the best experience from your Apple device. Visit www.applevis.com.